Hello, everyone. I went ahead and took those Curriculum Council rubrics that they've been working on, and I got those from Nelson, and I've converted those into Google Classroom rubrics. And in general, these the new version of the rubrics that they introduced mid-late February are going to be super helpful to a lot of the things that we're going to be doing over the next couple of months. Um, Especially now, but they're using the curriculum council ones will be very, very useful moving into the future also. So I'm assuming at this point you already know how to set up a basic assignment. So hey, we've got an assignment. We've given it a name. Once we give it a name, all these other things on this side, the right side, become live. We can schedule it. We can put what classes, points, due dates, all that sort of fun stuff. Originality reports, which I love. But most importantly, the rubrics. Now you can see it pops open a choice of 3, and we can do a couple of different things. We can create a rubric, and a lot of you may want to go there, especially if it's a one-off assignment or something like that. And so it pops up. We can use the scoring or not. I'm going to say that you should keep the scoring on. Honestly, the scoring becomes more of a weighted system, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. We can set our criteria. Let's say, for example, grammar, and then we can have our criterion description, and say what is grammar, how many points. It is going to require that. I find it easiest just to set our top rubric at the first one, so I don't know, 10 points or something, and then we have our level titles. Now this is important to learn how to spell. Um, Important for us to have these titles when it comes to the grading of these so that we can quickly catch it and quickly grade them. And then, of course, we have our descriptions, and then we'll see why that's important in just a few moments too. And we can set as many of these criterion as we wish, different levels. We can set different items, however you want to grade things, what kind of rubrics that you have. Doesn't really matter. You can duplicate them here. Now, I'm not going to save this. Let's move to the other option. Let's reuse a rubric. Here it's going to show all the different ones that we've got in this classroom. But what's cool about it is we can also go to other classrooms that we've used and other rubrics that have been used. So if you've got one, a particular essay one that you like, and you upload it, you can use that thing over and over again. And all you have to do is, you don't have to recreate it. You just have to click reuse, pull it from the last assignment, you know it was done, and there you go. Or, as we're going to do with the Curriculum Council ones, we are going to import from Sheets. Those are their spreadsheets. And so we've got the different versions. I've starred mine to make them easier to find. And so let's just go ahead and click on narrative 910, and it has imported it. And you can see exposition, the text sets up a story, the points, exceptional, skilled, proficient, the descriptions for what all those are. All the way through, you can see we've got all of these. Now, I'm going to save that to this mock assignment. Why? Because then when I click back on it, this is what the students will see when they click on the assignment. They will be able to see that there's a rubric also, so they can see what it looks like, which of course is part of the point of having the rubrics, right? So we've got those. Now here, it's 5 criteria, 25 points. What if I don't want it to be 25 points? What if I want to be strange and make it 42? It will, based upon the weights that you give, the points that you gave, it will do the math to figure out how 25 turns into 42. What is the proper fraction there? Um, they will do it for you, which is really, really quite nice. So how does that end up looking? So this was one I did before, and you can see over here on the right-hand side. Well, let's go this is, of course, you see the essay and so on and so forth. And here on the right-hand side, you can see, citations, no flagged passages. Great, they didn't do any copying. from something else, the grade that they earned. Now you can see the rubric, and this is what's most important here. You can see the different categories, and these are based on ERWC. You can click and see how it's leveled out. And all you have to do now is go click, 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 hit the little squares, which I know are a little bit hard to see, um, and it will click the points. It will automatically add those points up for you. And if you notice, it says 13.5 out of 18. That's on the rubric, 18-point rubric scale, but I gave it a 20-point assignment. So it figured out 13.5 out of 18 is the same thing as 15 out of 20. Hey, I know I'm not a math major, and so it did that all for me, and I love it. So once you're there from there, you can always, then return it, import it into your Aries, and it all goes from there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how easy it is to do rubrics in Google Classroom. Just import them over or create them. When they turn them back in, it looks like this. It does the math. You just have to make the judgment calls. The students can see what the rubrics are. Easy peasy. All right. Hope everyone is doing okay. Keep washing those hands and can't wait to see everyone soon.